A sharp rebuke of Israel at the International Court of Justice, where hearings into its occupation of Palestinian territories have entered their fifth day. Indonesia's foreign minister calling on the court to take a firm stand and to uphold international law.
No state should be granted a free rein to do anything they want against weaker state. This is why we have international law. This is why we need to uphold it. The role of ICJ is central to safeguard what the so-called rule-based international order.
Indonesia's top diplomat underscored the importance of international law, noting that there is no viable peace process that could be undermined by an opinion. A similar argument was also advanced earlier by Pakistan, who had said that such a decision will not obstruct ongoing negotiation efforts, but would instead assist such discussions. The United States amongst countries that have sounded a note of caution to the court, warning of possible repercussions on truce talks. The UN General Assembly is seeking an advisory opinion on Israeli occupation of parts of the West Bank, Gaza and East Jerusalem. Palestinians are seeking all three territories for an independent state. And for more, Ishan Garg joins us live from Brussels. Ishan, some strong calls for the court to issue an opinion, in particular from Indonesia. But were there any new arguments made today?
Some strong calls indeed. Indonesia's foreign minister said that Israel's occupation is illegal, which is not really a new argument, but she did focus at the end of her speech on calling on the court and calling on the international community indeed to say that if the advisory opinion is issued in the favor of the Palestinian people, it should not be ignored. It should not be just another document that is completely ignored by the Israeli government, and that is something that stood out from the speech by the Indonesian foreign minister. The bulk of his speech was, of course, concentrated on speaking about the rights of the Palestinian people and how they have a right to self-determination, and also criticized Israel for not giving the people who live in occupation their designated human rights. We also heard from Pakistan earlier, the representative who focused a lot on not only the areas in West Bank and Gaza, but also focused on the role of East Jerusalem for Palestinian people and also for Christians and Muslims worldwide. He said that East Jerusalem is a holy site, not just for one religion, but for multiple religions. And because it's an important site and because Christians and Muslims have not been able to offer prayers there freely, that question of Israel's control over East Jerusalem must also be front and center in minds of the judges. In terms of the overall arguments, we have not heard anything that is paradigm shifting, but we have seen more criticism and some more pointed arguments against Israel today.
Ishan, of course, Indonesia and Pakistan, we would have expected something along the stances which both expressed. Across the since October, certainly you've seen countries, territories adopting, firming up certain positions on the Palestinian issue. Now, UK, which is speaking later, what can we be expecting from their representative at the ICJ?
Well, UK's presentation to the ICJ is certainly going to be an interesting one. There haven't been a lot of countries which have supported Israel to even a certain degree. We saw the strongest support yet from the United States, which did call for a two-state solution, but also defended Israel's right to defend itself. We might hear something similar from the UK because the country has been, in some sense, divided about its own position on the issue. The country has supported historically the cause of a two-state solution, but has also received some criticism for not participating, or rather not voting in favor of several resolutions calling for a ceasefire at the United Nations Security Council. So it will be interesting to see what UK presents its argument as, but the overall tone of the other countries, the majority countries rather, who are presenting their case at the ICJ, bulk of them are supporting the Palestinian cause.
Thanks. Ishan Garg reporting live to us there from Brussels.